Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video here on FPL Now. Today we're going to be going over my transfer plans for FPL Gameweek 7 and also take a look at how we're currently getting on in Gameweek 6. So if you're excited for the video, drop a like down below, leave a comment, subscribe if you're brand new, and let's get into the video. So, starting things off, this is how I'm currently getting on in Game Week 6. Just like everyone else, the triple captain Haaland this week. Very, very happy on a pretty high score with 76 points. But to be fair, at the end of the day, I've only had 3 players that have actually returned for me. It's just my triple captain has just absolutely smashed it out of the park. This is the first time I've probably had a decent triple captain as well. I think the only other time I've had a decent one was when like Gundogan had a really good season, but he got injured in the second game of the double game week. But his first game, he still got like a goal and an assist or something. Apart from that, all my triple captaincies have been absolutely woeful. But yeah, this week, without the triple captain, I'd be having a terrible week because Raya got 2 points, Van Dijk got 2 points, Konza got 2 points, Reinders got 2 points, Kudus got 2 points, should have scored as well. I don't know how he missed from like 4 yards out, which is really annoying. Gyökeres got 2 points, João Pedro got 2 points. So literally the majority of my team got 2 points. And of course my bench outscored most of my players. So I had Rodon on the bench who went and scored. I wish you did that last week when I bench boost. Lacroix got 4 points as well because of defensive contributions. Again, I was never playing him against Liverpool, but this is what happens in football, you know. Crystal Palace and going absolutely smash Liverpool. They should have won like 5-6-1. They were really dominating that first half. And then obviously Paquetá hasn't played yet. So yeah, even though I'm happy with 76 points, I still feel like it's been a pretty suboptimal game week because barely anybody got anything. Obviously, Senesi and Semenyo both getting 7 points. Very, very nice. Like, Senesi is just a monster in FPL this season. DEFCON machine. Gets it like every single game. May as well start on 4 points at least. And then, obviously, got the assist as well. If he got the clean sheet, it would have been a massive haul for Senesi. Still got Dewsbury Hall yet to play. He plays tonight, who, of course, is West Ham at home. So, hopefully get something from that fixture. But yeah, apart from that, rest of my team, very, very underwhelming. Virgil van Dijk got the yellow, conceded 2, was on 0, but then they found some more DEFCONs for him, so he went up to 2 points. Raya not making enough saves for an extra point, but that Newcastle game was very, very good. I can't lie. As a neutral watching that game, was a very, very good fixture. And then, of course, yeah, the Haaland triple captaincy was a bit mad. I understand why people are a bit annoyed because he'd done nothing for 90 minutes. Well, he got an assist. And I thought it was just going to be another triple captaincy crash out. But then he goes and scores in like the 90th minute. And then I feel like one of the Burnley defenders triple captained in that week because they just headed it back to him. And then obviously he put it past Dubravka for another goal, which gave him the free bonus as well. So it just went from pretty bad to an absolute monster haul within literally 4 minutes, which nobody was expecting. But, yeah, I will gladly take it because 48 points is absolutely ridiculous. But, again, when you're on 76 and 48 of them come from one player, it is a pretty suboptimal game week. Like, I'm obviously happy with what I've got, but when you look at all those 2s on the team, it's very, very poor. Villa are unfortunate not to keep that clean sheet. If they didn't let in that Jimenez goal straight away at the start of the game, then would have been finally a nice couple of points for Konza there. The only time Konza's ever gotten points, I've benched him, which has been really, really unfortunate. And now the fixtures after Burnley at home are very, very bad. Like he's got Spurs away, City at home, Liverpool away, and then Bournemouth at home. So after Burnley, I don't know if I'm going to get rid of him because he's just he's a decent 4.5 mil player. He's not awful, but I'm missing out on everything else. I'm missing out on all these Anderson defensive contributions. Even though they lost 3-1, Anderson still outscored Konza, which is crazy. But yeah, I've got some bad fixtures coming up. Obviously, we'll talk about that in the transfer portion of the video. But yeah, Konza's a player that I'm not overly happy with. I mainly kept him for the Sunderland and the Burnley fixtures. And yeah, obviously didn't get anything against Sunderland. Burnley, hopefully he can, but the way that Villa are going at the moment, I know they just beat Fulham 3-1, but he's just not a player that's really getting me anything. I've got quite a few bad fixtures coming up with my defence, so I kind of need to sort that out. Let's talk about the transfers though, because I probably will be making a transfer this week. So let's take a look at the transfers that I currently have kind of in my head at the moment. I've got nearly 5 mil in the bank, which is, I don't know why I've got so much money. It's because I don't have Bruno Fernandes. I sold Salah, brought in Haaland, But yeah, I've got nearly 5 mil. I've got 4.9 mil to kind of mess around with. And I generally don't know what to do with that amount of money. There's nobody that's like jumping out at me that I really want to bring in, apart from triple Arsenal. That is something that I do really want to bring in. So I've got Raya for Arsenal defense. It's just the question of, do I bring in a Arsenal defender or do I bring in somebody like Saka? Because even though Saka's getting his minutes up and stuff, he's still a player that I think can do very well. There's also players like Eze as well, who also looked very good against Newcastle. But in regards to midfielders, there's no one I really need to get rid of this week. I've got Semenyo, who's got Fulham at home. I've got Dewsbury Hall, who I'll play against Palace at home. Now, if he does get a yellow card today, then he will be banned from that game for the 5th yellow. So if that happens, then that is a bit of an issue. And then he has City away. I've got Rangers, who's got Brentford away. I've got Kudus, who's got Leeds away. And then I've got Paquetá, who's got Arsenal away. But I just wouldn't play Paquetá this week. So I'd play a 3-4-3, play João Pedro, Haaland, and Gyökeres. And then bench Paquetá, because after that he's got some pretty good fixtures. He's got Brentford, Leeds, Newcastle, Burnley. They will have that new manager bounce as well because they did sack Potter. Is on penalties. To be fair, as a new manager, that's a pretty good set of fixtures to come back to. He can really sort West Ham out. Well, Nuno obviously. So yeah, well, obviously I don't know if he's taking charge tonight. I know he took charge of training on Sunday, I think. So yeah, if he takes charge tonight. The West Ham game's tricky, and then obviously the Everton game is alright-ish. The Arsenal game's tricky, but then after that, it's a decent set of fixtures for Nuno. But we'll see what happens there. But yeah, Paquetá, like I say, on penalties, new manager bounce, should be fine. So yeah, I don't think I need to make a midfielder. I don't need to make a forward transfer. So if I am going to make a transfer this week, it's going to be in the defence. But then looking at the defence, this week it's not great. I've got Konza, who's got Burnley at home, Senesi, who's got Fulham at home. I've got Lacroix, who's got Everton away, Rodon with Spurs at home, and then Virgil van Dijk, who's got Chelsea away. So if I wasn't going to make a defender transfer this week, I'd probably play Konza, Senesi, and Lacroix. And then next week, I'll have Konza, who's got Spurs away, Senesi, who's got Palace away, and I've got Lacroix, who's got Bournemouth home, Rodon, who's got Burnley away, and then Van Dijk, who's got Man United at home. So that week, I'd probably play Van Dijk, Rodon, and then probably Senesi. And then the fixtures don't necessarily get better because then Lacroix's got Arsenal, Konza's got Man City, Senesi's got Forest, which is a good fixture. And I guess I could play Rodon, who's got West Ham at home, but I'll be playing Paquetá that game anyway. And then Van Dijk with Brentford away. So it's not like I need to make a defender transfer because I do have players that, you know, I've got alright-ish fixtures. But I do really want Gabriel. I really want Gabriel. I think double Arsenal defense could be the way forward with the fixtures that they've got. Like West Ham at home, solid fixture, even though it is against Nuno now, who of course is he's very good at setting his team up against teams like Arsenal and stuff. But yeah, West Ham at home, Fulham away, Palace at home, Burnley away, and then Sunderland away is just a ridiculous fixture run for Arsenal players. It's just, who do I make that third Arsenal player? And if I do bring in Gabriel, who do I get rid of? I could get rid of Konza this week, but he's got Burnley at home. It's just not really worth it. And then next week, do I really want double Arsenal defense against Fulham away? Probably not. So I feel like I would have missed. And obviously Van Dijk's got Man United at home. So if I was going to get rid of Van Dijk for Gabriel, it would obviously be this week. But I don't need to. I mean, can you really bench Van Dijk though? That's the thing. I think at the end of the day, I probably will just get rid of Van Dijk for Gabriel. I know it's a bit of a boring sideways transfer, but I think it makes the most sense. And then this week I can play Gabriel, Konza, and Senesi. And then next week, I mean, obviously I'll just play Gabriel every single game and just have double Arsenal defense. But with those fixtures, why wouldn't you? So yeah, that's probably what I will do. I don't think I'll roll the transfer. I think I kind of need to bring Gabriel in. It's a bit boring. Everybody's going to be doing it, but it is just what it is. Another player that I did look at a little bit as well was Bruno Fernandes. He's got Sunderland at home this week before he obviously has Liverpool away. But again, I don't really know who I'd get rid of him for this week. I've got Kudus, who's got Leeds away, Villa at home, Everton away, Chelsea at home, Man United at home. Like, the fixtures still aren't terrible for Kudus, but he's not actually been that good for me. You know, he's got a couple of assists, and that's kind of it. You know, his goal threat is quite minimal. So when I do make a midfielder transfer, it will be Kudus. It's just I have to decide who I'm bringing in for him, because I also have to take a look at that. Because to be fair, if I'm getting rid of Van Dijk for Gabriel, it'll just be, I think it'll cost me like an extra 0.1. So I'll still have like 4.8, 4.7 in the bank if he gets a price rise. So I'll have like, I'll be able to upgrade Kudus up to like a 10 mil midfielder if I want to, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But yeah, that's kind of my transfer thoughts going into game week 7. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, drop a like down below, leave a comment, subscribe if you're brand new, ring the notification bell. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and until next time, peace.